Saving money on energy costs is on everybody's mind these days. If utility costs are an important consideration when buying your next home, or if you plan on selling your home and would like to make it more marketable to the more energy-conscious buyer of today, call New Day Real Estate at 413-531-7129. As a member of the Green Resources Council, I can help you achieve those goals.
By this very charming and dapper fellow. This is Charles Elliott. Charles Elliott was a protege, a student of Frederick Law Olmsted. Anyone know that name from where?
Forest Park.
Forest Park, exactly. I was going to suggest Central Park. Hundreds, if not thousands, of other designed landscapes across the nation, really. And Charles Elliott was based in Boston, so working with Olmsted. And this is in the late 19th century, so 1880s, 1890s. And this is the height of the Industrial Revolution, height of the industrial era, where all of our cities in Massachusetts were really up and going. Our Holyoke, our Springfield, all of these places very much in their heyday. And Charles Elliott, who was looking out at the landscape, was saying, my goodness, all of this progress, and yet these beautiful views, this great forest, this beautiful landscape, has this refreshing power, great opportunity for exercise, is slowly but surely being used for industry, for suburbs that then serve the industry. So he was saying, okay, well, progress is good, but how do we protect some of these very special places that people can get to, that can offer that refreshment, those opportunities, that can preserve the natural systems, the wildlife, the water, the air that we all breathe. So Charles Elliott was very much a visionary at that time and set up what is really the first land trust in the world. He did this through the Massachusetts, through the charter, through the legislature, and set up as trustees of public reservations. That was our first name. And this then went on to be a foundation for the land trust movement across both the United States and across the world. This charter of the trustees of reservations was shipped over to England and became the foundation for the National Trust. Anyone who's been watching or watched the Ken Burns series on the national parks may have heard that Acadia National Park started out as the Hancock County trustees of public reservations, basically because they shipped up the trustees charter up to Maine and said, let's do this here. So it really launched an entire movement, which the Belchertown Land Trust is now a part of, along with 150 some other land trusts in the state, not to mention thousands of trusts.
Hi, my name is Bill Lyons. I'm a member of the Recreation Path Subcommittee. The Recreation Path is basically the old former Boston and Maine Railroad bed in Belchertown. It was abandoned in the 60s and no longer exists. It starts in Amherst, works south all the way to the Swift River, and is approximately 10.8 miles long. It's presently owned by three large groups. 34% of it is owned by the Belchertown Land Trust, 20% is owned by the town of Belchertown, and 44% of it is privately owned. And only 2% is still owned by the former Boston and Maine Railroad. Presently, half is maintained by the Land Trust and the Mill Valley Snowmobile Club, and half is still a work in process. Some of the uses are walking, horseback riding, snowmobiling, cross-country skiing, and bicycling. Present and future projects. Right now, phase 1 is going from 202 north to Jackson Street. We're just waiting on a DEP number to start clearing, and we hope to have that done by the end of the year. Once that's done, we will grade, and we need to build one bridge. Phase 2 will go from Jackson Street to George Hannum. The survey has already begun. Once the survey is done, we will need to walk it with conservation for any areas that are need their approval. And then we will seek funding to clear and grade the land. In phase 3, we'll go from George Hannum Road to Bay Road, and no work has started on that yet. These 3 phases are a total of 2 miles of trails. That's basically it. Any questions?
live on the Swift River. I've lived there 4 years and I've done nothing but fight ever since I've been there to stop people from digging up the crib of the old dam that lets this dam. I did at least 25 academic articles reading research on what will happen upstream from this dam. You know, the banks will go, there will be mud flats, it will end up as a long, deep channel. It will destroy my property, it will destroy many of the properties, probably most of the properties upstream from the dam. There is a very good shot that we will lose our shallow wells, which again is documented in all these articles. It is unclear who is going to pay for any of the damage to our properties, our wells. I can't afford to drill a deep well. And people keep talking transparency. I haven't been able to ask these questions to anybody and get an answer. And yet it's, you know, take it down, put it up, and the health of the folks who live upstream will figure that out later. Well, that doesn't do it for me. I want to know who's going to pay.
Talk on that a little bit later, but just trying to hear it briefly. My responsibility is communications for the land trust, and I take responsibility for not commenting a lot of the misinformation that has been out there. All right, we're really trying to do that aggressively. There's a quite a few articles in the newspaper, the Republican and both the Hampshire Gazette, also articles in the Sentinel as well to try to advise people. We're really starting to crank up the website. If you visit our website at belchertownlandtrust.org, you can sign up for an email list there where you automatically get an email from us, keeping up to date what's going on. I've also started up a Facebook page. So about a week ago, I was very lonely in there. I think I have 7 friends. I'd like to have about 100 more. There are about 100 people here, probably. So please go to Facebook, become a friend of mine. I'll be nice. So those are the 2 mechanisms we're really using. We're putting up a lot on the website. If you go to our website, you'll find a bond report there. You'll be able to download our bylaws. You'll be able to download the PVPC application for grant. You'll be able to download a timeline of events that Jim was talking about that went on in the dam. You'll find a lot of information on our website that we're trying to get out there. Now, I'm sorry that we didn't get out there as timely, and I take responsibility for that. I want you to keep in mind, all of us have real jobs, okay? There's a lot of responsibilities to do outside of the Belchertown Land Trust. Trying to do the best we can getting this information out to you, all right? We're trying really hard. Contrary to what you might think, we're really trying to get this information out and engage people. That one thing, no, please don't talk. Please. One of the things I want to point out too was before that October 1st meeting, Jim Fox rode his bicycle up and down the Swift River and put a notice in everybody's newspaper too about that meeting. So we're taking efforts to engage people, to get the information out there, and get them involved. Okay? We really are doing efforts to communicate. Is it perfect? No. We're trying. Yes, sir.
Is your home currently on the market? Is your real estate agent present at every single showing, pointing out every wonderful feature of your home? Virtual tours are nothing more than photos. A video commercial offers more flexibility. By offering verbal and visual cues and spelling out features of your home, a video commercial can provide all the information that could potentially be overlooked by a potential buyer. Don't risk any missed opportunities, because what could be a valuable selling point in the eyes of a buyer is overlooked. New Day Real Estate will produce a DVD of your home that you can play on a loop whenever a showing is scheduled. You could also provide it to your real estate agent as part of their marketing program. Obviously, if you're listed with New Day Real Estate, the video service is free. With today's competitive real estate market, you should take advantage of every sales tool available.